Welcome everyone to MACFEST 2023. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Assalamu alaikum from France. I'm sitting in France. Wherever you're joining us from, tell us in the chat. My name is Katarzyna. I'm a member of the MACFEST team. And today we've got a wonderful poetry event. This is our first Eid celebration event. Join us for the big event at the Lowry. I'm going to put the link in the chat, so take a look. Our host for today is Rubina Khan. She's a radio presenter at Asian Sound Radio, and she's connected to the community via live on-air calls program. She's a poet, an activist. She writes columns in renowned newspaper, and she's the chairperson of a literary organization called the Circle of Literary Friends. All of you who's watching us today, please share your comments in the chat. If you have any questions, put them either in the chat or in the Q&A portal. Let us know where you're joining us from. And on behalf of MACFEST, I'd like to first thank to all of you who's sending us all those donations that really help us set up more events in the future in MACFEST 2024. And we've got more events coming up still this year, so please take a look on Eventbrite. Most of those events are free, thanks to your donations. Please also follow MACFEST and Muslim Women's Arts Foundation on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And use our hashtag #SpreadHoney_NotHate. So now over to you, Rubina.
Thank you very much, Katarzyna. Lovely introduction. Thank you very much. And as a radio person, I must say that you are sweet. You got sweet voice.
Oh, thank you.
You sound very sweet and very nice. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And as per Mushaira tradition, I'll start with my own poem, and then I'll introduce other poets in this program. This is Eid celebration and multilingual Mushaira. So the poem I'm going to present, its title is Tajveez. So first I will read it in Urdu. इस तरह से है, it goes like this. सोचती रहती हूँ मैं अक्सर कैसे उसकी याद भुला दूँ, आँखों से आँखों की बातें, दिल से दिल के वादे थे, ना कोई खत है ना तस्वीर जिसके पुर्जे पुर्जे कर दूं, जहन से सारे नक्श मिटा दूं। दिल जिंदा है अब तक शायद जिसमें यादें रहती हैं, कुछ ना कुछ तो करना होगा, अपने आधे टूटे दिल को आज मुकम्मल तोड़ना होगा. So in English it just a little bit I'll translate it, is called suggestion. If we say, and this is a suggestion to myself, that I think I am keeping all the memories of past in my heart and in my mind. I don't have anything solid like pictures or letters, anything. So I think my heart is still alive and memories are residing in my heart. So I suggested to myself that I should break my heart. Totally, I should break my heart so that I get rid of everything. So that was my poem. Thank you very much for listening. And now I'll, introduce Reem, Arabic poet. Reem worked for Europe Northwest as a counselor, where she counsel in other languages in addition to English. She's a qualified translator and interpreter with master's degree and level 6 diploma. She also works in a school and she loves to read, write, and walk. She's a poetry lover. Let's invite Reem to read her poetry. Reem, here you go.
Hi, thank you very much. First, I would like to say, as a counselor, I do see different types of and shapes of grief and bereavement. So I write about the loss and the grief of love, of countries, of different stages of life, of youth, of innocence. Sometimes I write also about hope, about motherhood, about women, about strength, and all types of love. I had a selection of short poems. One of them called violation or intihak, which is I wrote it when I saw in a news a picture of a wash line of presenting clothes of people actually during one of the wars. So for me, that was a very, very massive kind of violation, in addition to the all other, trauma of war. Another one called Sabah al-Khair, or Good Morning My Country, in which we check on a country after airstrikes and after a war, giving hope and praising the strengths of the people living there, and also asking them to carry on with their lives and to keep holding to hope and not to give up. One called Hadiqat Sabri, or a garden of my patience, which represent a woman lamenting her broken relationship, her lost love after realizing that she made a wrong choice and she had kept a wrong person in her life for longer than she should. One called Return Back, or Al-Auda in Arabic, which also about loneliness, about a frustration, sadness, bereavement of losing hope, but accepting that as a first stage before moving on and before retaining hope again. And the last one is a scorched earth, or we could say burned land, which is in Arabic Al-Ard al-Mahruqa. This is my favorite one. I might read this, and if we have time, I'll move to other ones. It starts with a description of a scene of massive destruction, and then we see someone who is witnessing and describing to the reader or to the listener what is happening, what he sees, what he hears, what he smells after he woke up and moved from his bed, and then he felt thirsty. He went to the kitchen, opened the fridge to have a drink, but then he found that there was no wall in the kitchen. So he was thought, is this a nightmare? Is it an earthquake? And then he realized that it is a war. He's under airstrike, and realize we know as listener or reader that he is a Palestinian from Gaza, and he says, I'm from the land of olives and Jesus. So I will start by reading this one.
Yeah, please.
Okay. الأرض المحروقة. هناك حالة طوارئ، نيران تشتعل، أرض تحترق، لا سيارة إطفاء واحدة تقدر على الاقتراب. هناك بنايات تتفجر وأخرى تتساقط، وتحت الردم وحوله أجساد محروقة، أجساد ممزقة أو نصف أشلاء. هناك ركام سوق خضار، عربات باعة متجولين. هناك سيارات أجرة مشتعلة، بعضها خال إلا من سائقيها، وبعضها يحمل أنصاف ركاب. لست متأكدة إن كانت السيارات أم كانت توابيت متحركة. سأسأل، لكن لا شرطي مرور في الشارع ولا عربة إسعاف تقدر على الاقتراب. هل أنا في كابوس؟ الآن صحوت من نومي القصير. حاولت استعمال المصعد لكنه لا يعمل. فكرت ربما الكهرباء مقطوعة، فهي كثيرا ما تغيب عن مدينتي. استعملت الدرج، نزلت الطابق الأرضي، خرجت للشارع، وكان الحي ليس حي. رائحة لحم مشوي، بارود، رائحة نار أو جحيم. اختلطت علي الروائح والمشاهد. ربما لم أستيقظ من قيلولتي، ولطالما حذرتني أمي من النوم قبيل المغرب. وها هو الكابوس المزعج، أم هو الجنون؟ الأرض محروقة، أم ذهني يهذي؟ فهذا ليس حي وهذا ليس الدكان. لماذا الدراجات محروقة؟ لماذا جثث معلقة وأخرى مدفونة؟ لماذا الأطفال ليسوا في مدارسهم؟ ولماذا حقائبهم، كراساتهم، ودماؤهم ملقى على قارعة الطريق، ودماهم ملقى على قارعة الطريق؟ أين مدرسة حيي؟ أين المنزل الذي لم ينتهي العمل به؟ وأين المنزل الذي اغترب صاحبه؟ أين المول الذي صرنا نتباهى بالتسوق منه؟ مهلا، بيت جدي وجاري، محل صديقي، وهذا المراسل أعرفه. لماذا هو صامت؟ أتفحص هاتفي، ما زال يعمل لكن لا شبكة إنترنت. أعود للمنزل، أشغل مولد الكهرباء، أفتح التلفاز، لا شيء يذكر. الأرض محروقة، النيران تشتعل في كل مكان، لكن لا محطة تذكر الحدث. أنا فعلا أحلم. أتجه إلى الثلاجة التي عادت للعمل، كوب ماء بارد قد يوقظني، ثم أنتبه أن نصف مطبخي مكشوف على الشارع. تهتز الأرض تحت قدمي، فأستدرك هو زلزال. أرى النيران تشتعل من نصف بيتي المكشوف على الخارج، هو إذن بركان. لكن في هذا الجزء من الأرض لا براكين نشطة أو نائمة. هل هذا يوم القيامة؟ ثم أسمع أصوات انفجارات، وبعدها تتساقط النوافذ الباقية، وأسمع تكسر الزجاج. بعدما أرى سائلا لزجا ثقيلا، تطمئن نفسي وتهدأ. لا ألم رغم كل العبث حولي والدخان. استغاثات مخنوقة مكتومة، وصيحات عالية وأزيز وانفجارات متواصلة، إلا أنني أحلق في السماء. طير جريح لكنه حر ولا يعدم جناحا. يا الله، ما أروع جناحي. للمرة الأولى أسافر في السماء، ولأول مرة أعبر فوق حدود بلادي، أو أخرج من مدينتي دون بطاقات ممغنطة، دون بوابات حديدية أو حواجز أو قناصة فوق الرؤوس تحرس دخولي وخروجي. فأنا مسجل خطر، لأنني في هذا الجزء من العالم ولدت. لن تسمعوا عني ولن تروا صورتي ولن تقرأوا قصتي، فلا أنا شديد الوسامة ولا دار نشر مهتمة. أنا حنطي البشرة من أرض الزيتون ومن بلاد اليسوع. أنا المخلوق الوحيد القادر على احتمال كل ذلك الألم مع كل التجاهل. أنا فلسطيني ومن غزة. It's done. At the end, the person and the worm get injured, so we don't know if he lives or he dies. I don't know if I have much time left or I'll stop here.
You know, Reem, it was absolutely beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
with your emotions and with your reading style, we just, we don't understand fully, but being a Muslim, few words were very, we could understand. So I think it's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much, Reem. Thank you, Reem. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So,
thank you for giving me this
you are very
opportunity.
welcome. We are celebrating Eid and multilingual Mushaira here this afternoon. This is organized by MACFEST, or MACFEST is an organization whose founder and executive director and producer is Qadar. Thank you very much to put everything together. Now, my next poet is Maryam, and I'll just give a short introduction about her. So I will introduce Maryam. Is currently studying her master's in creative writing and poetry at MMU. She enjoys writing poetry and connecting to others through writing. She is born and bred in Manchester, coming from a mixed background of Arab Kurdish roots. She's a freelance artist with Shiba Arts and is currently working on a project facilitating a poetry workshop for writers from mixed background and collaborating with Common Word. So now I will ask her, Maryam, to please recite your poetry, and I hope it's going to be fantastic. So Maryam is here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Reem. That was such a powerful performance. Thank you so much. And the words were really touching.
Thank you, darling. Thanks.
So I have a few poems, and mine are in English, and I just thought I'd share a few short ones. So I'll start with one called Toba.
Yeah, please.
And Toba is no patriarchal game, no stopping at a shaming station, no need to carry the cross. It's a chance to seek salvation. It's a chance to respond to a call once muted before. The only ugliness is in staying in the shame. There is no village that can condemn you, no virgin to resent you. It's you alone in the belly of a whale. It's a home built by the sea after years of urban living. It's the promise of spring after a spiritless winter. You're synthesizing a sunrise with God, tuning yourself back to a rhythm so intrinsic the divine is a pulse in the back of your throat. And Toba is no patriarchal game, no stopping at a shaming station, no need to carry the cross. They have all done this before. Everyone has begged in the belly of a whale, the repenters, the rememberers, and the forgetting ordinary man. That one was Toba.
Mhm.
Then I have another one called Contemplations of an Empath. I want to drink from a pot of tea, a tea of distinctive taste. I want to pot the tea with the distinctive taste of cardamom, desired by me and made by me. I'll drink it by the window. I won't resist the orange sunset outside. I'll close my eyes and I'll keep drinking from its deliberateness. I'm studying the teapot. Its giant curve is fit for its pouring quality. Outside, the clouds are shaped like an hourglass. I think I have squeezed myself into the waist of one. All my grains now belong to another by the bay of another, and I will not drink my tea by the bay of another. And this one is called A Decade.
Mhm.
As for your 20s, your early 20s in particular, everything is supposed to stay awfully tender, and you're impressionable, so impressionable, looking mostly for that concrete pleasure. I always remember spring on campus where I wished that the cherry blossom tree would still be a cherry blossom tree way past the belly of spring. Remember when it snowed in March? The way the white blankets coated the bus sills and paved stones so inconveniently innocent. Chasing warmer weather into summer, into teachings from teachers, not quite our lecturers. Most things happened away from Oxford Road, and most of us splayed out and went home. It's been enough time to imagine yourself grown, but I'm turning 30 this year, and I'm in the belly of spring. And this is my last one.
Beautiful.
And it's called Sadness. Sadness. This is intense but not corrosive, deeply washing the inside. It's concentrated and oceanic. Waiting to wash you, the nimbus king of sorrow pours all over your body. The face and hands turn ashen grey. It's a bar of soap making milky raindrops drop heavily. It's ravishing like falling in love, except below there is an emptiness. It's blue, and you wonder if there was always rain. Thank you so much.
All three poems are absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
But as a tea lover, I won't forget the tea thing.
No. Thank you.
I won't forget it. You know, the idea is beautiful, and you just wrote excellent.
Oh, thank you so much.
Excellent,
Thank
Becky.
you.
Beautiful. Do you want to say something else, or we take a leave?
No, that's perfect. Thank you
That's
for
it
giving
from
me
you?
that chance to read it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Here was Maryam with us, and she just was reciting her short poems. Thank you very much, Maryam. And now I'll introduce Jasmine Chaudhry. Jasmine Chaudhry is known as a Bangladeshi-born feminist writer. Jasmine Chaudhry would rather call herself a women's right activist. And Jasmine regularly writes on social and online portals as well as print media in Bangladesh, with a view to promoting tolerance and free thinking. She has published several books and has written a few stage plays on human rights and women's rights. So I'll invite, this is a time for Jasmine to recite her poetry. And Jasmine, is this going to be in Bangla? So please recite your poetry. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you for inviting me today, and thank you, Reem and Maryam, for your beautiful poems. I'm going to read two poems. Hopefully it will be within 12 minutes, two poems in Bangla and also my own translation, English translation of them. So I'm not explaining much because the translation will be enough explanation. So the first one I wrote about 7-8 years ago when it was my reaction to a few brutal attacks and even murders of free thinkers in Bangladesh, free thinker writers and publishers by the so-called Islamist fundamentalist groups. And some of them were my friends too. So first I'll read in Bangla. অরুণার আর আমার স্বর্গ অভিজিৎ হত্যার মতো কোনো ঘটনা ঘটলেই অত্যন্ত অপ্রাসঙ্গিকভাবে অরুণার কথা মনে পড়ে যায় আমার ছোটবেলার প্রিয় বান্ধবী অরুণা যে আমার সাথে আরবি পড়তে যেত না আকাশে বিজলি চমকালে বুকে থুথু দিত না তারপর আকাশমুখী হয়ে পড়তো না লা হাওলা ওয়ালা কুওয়াতা রমজান মাসে কলসিতে রেখে দিনে দুটো রোজা রাখার সাহসী ছিল না যে অরুণা সে আরো নানান ভাবে ছিল ঠিক আমারই মতো ফর্সা রং কাঠি কাঠি হাত পা উস্কো খুস্কো চুল তর্জনীর নখের ভেতরে কালো আলকাতরা বড় রাস্তায় পিচ খুঁটে খুঁটে একদিন রাতের দেয়ালে আলো ছায়ার খেলা দেখতে দেখতে জানলাম অরুণা আর আমি ভীষণ আলাদা অনেক 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 আলাদা আমি পানি আর অরুণা তেল আমি লোহা আর অরুণা কাঠ আমি পুণ্য আর অরুণা পাপ মায়ের মিষ্টি গলার সুর করে পড়া আয়াত শুনে শুনে আমি অনেক কেঁদেছি আর খুঁটিয়ে খুঁটিয়ে দেখেছি অরুণাকে সেই চোখ মুখ নাক সেই ফিতা বাঁধা চুল সেই অমলিন হাসি সেই টানা টানা চোখে সেও কি তাকায় সেও কি খুঁজে ফিরে অনুপস্থিত সব অসাদৃশ্য সেও কি জেনেছে আমরা যাচ্ছি ভিন্ন স্বর্গে অথবা নরকে আমি মসজিদে যাই অরুণা শ্লোক পড়তে শেখে ধীরে ধীরে আমরা দুজন শিশু থেকে ধার্মিক হয়ে উঠি আর ক্রমশই পাপী হয়ে উঠি পরস্পরের কাছে আমি মাঝে মাঝে লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে ভাবি অরুণাকে রেখে আমি বেহেশতে যাব না 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 কিছুতেই না একদিন পুজো বাড়ি মাসিমার ঘরে ঢুকে মাটি করে দেই ঠাকুরের ভোগ সবাই হা হা করে উঠলে আমি আর অরুণা পালিয়ে যাই ভাঙ্গা মন্দিরের শেওলা পড়া দেয়ালে বসে মসজিদ থেকে চুরি করে আনা হালুয়া সিন্নি খাই বনে বনে খুঁজি দোপাটির ফুল মুখে টিপে নিয়ে কানে পরি দুল আমাদের চার পাশে স্বর্গ নেমে আসে জন লেননের স্বর্গ অরুণার আর আমার স্বর্গ so in English it's called Our Heaven, Oruna's and mine. Beautiful. Every time a free thinker is hacked to death in the name of religion, though somewhat irrelevantly, I remember Oruna, my childhood friend. No, she didn't go to the mosque with me. When startled by thunder and lightning, she wouldn't mutter reassuring verses from the Holy Quran or be my buddy in fasting during the Ramadan. She never learned how to do it twice a day, putting her fast inside a vessel while she eats away. Yet she was so much like me in so many other ways. The same auburn complexion, the same scrawny limbs, her disheveled hair just as dry and tangled, her fingernails as black with tar as mine from picking at the peach on the highway. One night, as I marveled at the dancing of light and shadow on the wall, and my mother recited from memory verses of the Holy Quran, I learned a devastating truth. I learned that Oruna and I are different, completely and utterly different. I'm water while she is oil. I'm iron while she is wood. I'm virtue while she is vice. As my mother recites the holy verses, I cry. I cry quietly but helplessly. And the next day I look at Aruna with a new curiosity. To my surprise and comfort, she looks just the same as before. The self-same eyes, nose and mouth, her long hair tied with a ribbon just as before, her smile just as innocent. I wonder, beautiful black eyes secretly look at me too, searching for differences that are not really there. I wonder if she knows we are going to different heavens or hells, and that life after here we will not share. I go to the mosque. Aruna learns to read shloks. From children, we slowly turn into believers, believers of religions and sinners in each other's eyes. I still cry sometimes. I secretly cry and think, will not go to heaven without Aruna. No, I won't. On a holy day of Hindu worship, I mistakenly step inside Aruna's mom's kitchen. She looks horrified, for my very Muslim presence spoils the offering for her idol. Why is she here? Why today? She shouts in disgrace as we run away. Yes, we run away from it all. We hide in the bushes behind the village. Sitting on a mossed wall of a Hindu temple, we eat the stale food stolen from the mosque. We make garlands with flowers freshly picked from the vine. Heaven comes around us, comes down around us. John Lennon's heaven, our own heaven, Aruna's and mine. The next one is very short. It will take a couple of minutes. I hope it's not too heavy.
No, it's very heart touching, to be honest. I'm just
Yeah.
overwhelmed, and it's very heart touching. It's very, you know, where there is emotions, bad, good, lovely, everything. It comes in the poetry, and you just done it in a very nice way. Thank you. Yeah.
Is there time for a short one?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So this one is my reaction to the difficulties we women face when we decide to try to practice equal rights.
Oh.
বলছিস তো সাথে যাবি, গালির সাথে ভয় না খাবি, বিছিয়ে রাখা অনেক কাটা, সামলে চলিস যত্নে পাটা, অনেকটা দূর যেতে হবে, পিছন থেকে টানবে সবে, বেশ্যা তোরে ডাকতে পারে, তবুও পিছে হটবি না রে, গালটা পেতে ঢিলটা খাবি, তবু হেঁটেই যাবি, আসবে তেরে বুদ্ধুর দল, ক্লান্ত হয়ে থামবি না বল, লেবাস দেখে সাধুর মতো ভড়কে গিয়ে হটবি না তো, ভালোরা সব থাকুক পিছে, আমরা দুজন ছুটবো খিঁচে, ভালো যারা ভালোই থাকুক, নিয়ম তারা বাঁচিয়ে রাখুক, আমরা না হয় ভ্রষ্ট হব, নিয়ম ভেঙে নষ্ট হব. So in English it's called the unchaste. Sure, you'd go with me without being scared. The way is quite thorny though. Come only if you dared. We have a long way to go, but they will pull us from behind. They will call us whores. You have to make up your mind not to mind. Surely they will throw stones. We'll receive them with smiles, because we have to walk still many 1,000 miles. Let the bigots make a big fuss. We will not let them weary us. Do you promise not to be fooled by their saintly looks and be tempted to remain in their saintly books? Let the good stay behind, tending the old rules. We'll take the untrodden path and be called the unchaste fools.
Beautiful. That's all from you today. If I say apni kema achen, what does that mean?
আমি ভালো আছি, আপনি ভালো আছেন তো?
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much. Lovely poems, full of emotions and very well written. Thank you very much, Jasmine.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, we are having Eid celebration, multilingual Mushaira, and our next poet is GhaitAdnan. He is born in Iraq in 1990, and he has done his BA in engineering and control electronics and master degree in Germany. He never showed interest in literature. Then, after some time, he started writing prose and poems. His first novel, Free Will, Love in a Forced Society, was published in 2018. This novel is awarded by Sheikhani Company among 5 Arabic novels to be converted into drama series of 40 episodes. Now, I will ask him to read some of his work. Gaith, are you there? Please, it's your time. Welcome.
Thanks, Rubina. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I would like to say thank you for Reem, Maryam, and Yasmin, because I know it's not easy to write some science like this. So first of all, I would like to thank MACFEST to give me this opportunity to be with you today to introduce my poetry. So I gonna to introducing 2 types of poetry. The first one we call it like a classical or traditional Arabic poetry, and it's the favor for me. And the second, it's about like how you're thinking. We depends about the heart. It's not what we thinking here, but what we thinking here. So we call it like poetic thoughts. So it's also the favor for me, and the both with the same title is In Love, Be or Not. Can I share some slides if it's possible?
I don't know, maybe. I think Tom
Okay.
has to do it. Yeah.
I can write, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, you can, Gait.
Yeah.
Tom, do help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the title, In Love, Be or Not. So of course we have like a message, and this is my message in this life, because I saw that the love right now hasn't any meaning for the people, and they are killing it. So why they killing it? Because they lost to feel, and therefore we should sharing it together and anywhere, anytime. This is our message. This is for me, maybe for you also, and we should still remember that the love is the solution to lead you away into the other hearts. So this is my message, why I wrote in this field. So now we start in Arabic and then in English. So I will play some music with together. Here we go. أيا ليلى جارت علي الأيام أنفاسي قاطعة بصعابها وظروفها وكل الأسباب تجتمع. لم يبقى لي حيل بعد ولن تنفع الحيل، فما لي من سبيل غير حضنك أأتمل. Oh, Juliet, days are tough and I can't take a breath. Everything in this world sophisticates me. Sink into despair. Nothing can save me but you to hold me. عيناك بحر تبحر فيه سفينتي، وحضنك هو مرادي وغايتي. وإن كانت كل الطرق إلى روما مؤدية، فأنت مثل القبلة مقدسة وجهتي. As a ship wandering through a wide ocean, I wander through your eyes. All I need is to be in your arms. All roads lead to Roma, they say. You are my only holy destination. Or for me, all roads leads to you. توأماني بالنور افترقا بظلمة، بغداد لأرضنا وقمرا لسمانا. نراها ليلا ونهارا فيها نسمع هي اللغز الذي حير عشاقها حله شرقية شمسها ولا مغرب حل سواها شرقية شمسها ولا مغرب حل سواها Lightly twins separated in dark, a moon for the sky and Baghdad for the air. In the night it is seen, in the day it is heard, a puzzle that never been solved by lovers. The sun, the sun that rise and never set. وكيف أرى عينيها وأنا الكفيف بجمالها لكني أبصرها أنيسا وفي قلبي سكناها يشع من بؤبؤ عينيها لظلمتي ضياها فلا تسير قدماي لحضن سواها فلا تسير قدماي لحضن سواها I'm blinded by her magnificence. How can I see her eyes? I sense her with my heart. Her eyes such a moon that bright my night. I am blinded by her magnificence, but I can walk to her arms to hold. حينما شبهوها بالورد تمنى الجميع أن يكونوا بائعي الورد إلا أنا تمنيت أن أكون رحيقه حينما قالوا عنها أنها شمس تمنى الجميع زوالها إلا أنا كنت أذوب فيها ولما أطلقوا عليها اسم القمر تمنى الجميع دنوه من الأرض إلا أنا رغبت بالصعود إليه ولما قيموها بالجوهرة تمنى الجميع أن يكونوا مالكيها إلا أنا تمنيت أن أكون سلسالا يحملها الناس تنظر إليك بعينها إلا أنا بقلبي أبصرتك حبيب Everyone wish to be florist when they know you are a flower. Except me, I wish that I can be your honey or nectar. When they know you were sun, they like the sunset, but me. When you were moon, they wish you were close, but I wish to fly close to you. When you are a gem, diamond, they wish to have you, but I wish to be a pendant to hold you. They all see you by eyes, I see you by the heart. Or they all see you, but I sense you. They use their eyes and I use my heart. يا من أراك في وجوه الناس ولا أراهم يا من جال وصال في القلب عداهم أنت لي نبض لو يفهمون عساهم أنت لي نبض لو يفهمون عساهم وأنت لي ماء يسقيني سواهم علهم يدركوا أنك عندي أولهم وآخرهم لو يفقهوا ذلك علهم In the other faces I see your face. No one can be in the heart but you. Wish others can understand that you are the beat for my heart. You are the water of my life. If only they know you are the first and the last of them. Oh, wish they could know. أنا لست بشاعر لكنني أشعر وأخط بيدي ما في القلب أبصر أسير لأحلامي متحاملا أصبر وأتجرع السقوط علقما مر أنا لست بشاعر لكنني أشعر. I'm not a poet, but I can feel. I can write what goes in my heart. I can passionately walk into my dream. I can feel the painful taste of feeling down. I'm not a poet, but I can feel. عجبت لهذا القلب إذا أحب وشعر يتألم في انكساره حتى وإن كسر وهذا الحب فيه كفيف بصر فرح بحبيبه وحزين بذات القدر. What a heart it feels and loves, in pain for breakdowns, even when breaks others, it gets hurt. Oh, blended love, glad and sad for the love in the same extent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gait. I think it's an amazing journey from electronics and engineering to poetry word, poetical word. So it's amazing, beautiful, well done. And
Thanks.
you're very passionate about poetry. The way you recited was, like beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we are heading towards another poetry part, and it's Mahjubin Ghazal Ansari, who I'm going to introduce you. Mahjubin Ghazal Ansari is a lawyer. She's a renowned poet, and her 3 books are being published: Adhure Khab, Sunehre Khab, and Zindagi. She's chairperson of the most vibrant association of UK/Yorkshire Adabi Forum. Her poetry has been included in syllabus of Al-Azhar University of Cairo and translated in Arabic. She's the first woman of Pakistan who is being awarded for her literature work in Al-Azhar University, as well as one of the assistant lecturer is doing PhD on her work and life. So it's a great pleasure to have you here, my friend Ghazal Ansari. Yeah, here you go. Ghazal Ansari, please come in.
Thank you very much, Rubina. First of all, thank you for giving me the chance to share my poetry with all these lovely people who I heard, whoever is reciting poetry is lovely, and they've got their own like culture and language, and it's really nice to hear them. Even if you don't understand, but you can feel the poetry words while you are poetry. And I think poetry translation can't be done.
It's the way of reciting, Ghazal, sorry to interrupt. It's the way of reciting that we just know what they are saying, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think I will just give a small introduction of my nazm, which I am reciting first.
Yeah,
I can't translate the whole of the nazm, otherwise it will take a while.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
Okay, the first nazm, it's nazm, it's not ghazal. So it's about the nostalgia, whatever we feel, because the people who left their countries, migrate from the country to here. So they all are thinking like the same. So it's the nazm, which when I feel nostalgic, so I wrote once about the streets and things where I used to live and where I used to go. I still, when I go, so I go to the same places, and I'll try to feel the nostalgia there when I used to be there. I try to find the people who used to live there, but I can't see them. The faces are different, and people just look at me that who is that person who is coming every year and trying to find something. So it's like something about that. So the poem is about nostalgia. Talash, searching for yourself. वही गलियां वही रास्ते जहां बचपन गुजारा था मुझे फिर याद आते हैं. वही गलियां वही रास्ते जहां बचपन गुजारा था मुझे फिर याद आते हैं. मैं उन रास्तों पे फिर से लौट जाती हूँ, मगर सब कुछ बहुत बदला सा लगता है. ना वो घर है, ना उस घर की वो राहदारी. न वो घर है, न उस घर की वो राहदारी. न है वो बाड़ मेहंदी की जिसे मैं पीस कर हाथों पे गुल बूटे बनाती थी.
क्या
न वो बादाम का ऊंचा तनावर पेड़ बाकी है, वो घर अब एक ऊंची सी हवेली बन गया, लेकिन न वो रौनक न वो राहत जो मेरे बचपने की याद में है अब तलक बाकी। पुराना अब कोई चेहरा नजर आता नहीं, पुराना अब कोई चेहरा नजर आता नहीं मुझको। घरों से झांकते सारे नए चेहरे बड़ी हैरत से मुझको देखते हैं और शायद सोचते हैं, बड़ी सी कार में ये कौन भटकी रूह आई है, यहाँ खोया था कुछ इसका कि जो लेने ये आई है। बताऊं क्या उन्हें आखिर वहां क्या खोजती हूँ। मेरा खोया हुआ बचपन, मेरा बीता लड़कपन है। खुदा का शुक्र करती हूँ, खुदा का शुक्र करती हूँ, किसी भी चीज की यूं तो कमी कोई नहीं है मेरे जीवन। मुझे हर शय, हर एक नेमत मैसर है, मुझे रिश्तों की हर राहत मैसर है। मगर फिर भी न जाने क्यों मैं हर थोड़े दिनों के बाद उन्हीं गलियों उन्हीं रास्तों की जानिब जा निकलती हूँ।
बहुत
कभी
खूब।
लगता है यूं जैसे, कभी लगता है यूं जैसे वहां मैं ढूंढने जाती हूँ खुद को, या किसी हमजाद को अपने, जो मेरा हाथ थामेगा फिर एक साथ में जादू से, करिश्मे या करामत से मुझे खुद से मिला देगा। मेरी हस्ती मुझे वापस दिला देगा, मेरा बचपन मुझे वापस दिला देगा।
वाह, बहुत ही खूब।
ये it was a nostalgic nazm, and now I'll recite few couplets of my ghazal. And as you know, I would recite in Tarannum, and
Yeah,
Tarannum
yeah.
you
I'm
recite
looking forward to it.
so it's about the love, and poetry is all about love anyway.
All about love. Yeah.
It's all about love. It's like, well, since you have left me, so I have decided not to come into your street or to see you. It's all about that. So I'll recite few of the couplets of this ghazal. जब से ये तय हुआ वो हमारा नहीं रहा, पूछे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं रहा। जब से ये तय हुआ जो आँख मेहरबान रही हम पे एक जो आँख मेहरबान रही हम पे एक हम पे एक बदली है यूं के कोई इशारा नहीं रहा, पूछे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं रहा। जब से ये तय हुआ जिंदा रहे तो देखेंगे साहिल पे जाके हम, जिंदा रहे तो देखेंगे साहिल पे जाके हम, साहिल पे जाके हम। दरिया नहीं रहा कि किनारा नहीं रहा, कूचे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं रहा। जब से ये तय हुआ तुम भी हमारे साथ जरा अजनबी से हो, तुम भी हमारे साथ जरा अजनबी से हो, अजनबी से हो। हमको भी एतबार तुम्हारा नहीं रहा, कूचे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं रहा, जब से ये तय हुआ दुनिया की रौनकों से ताल्लुक हो किस लिए, दुनिया की रौनकों से ताल्लुक हो किस लिए, ताल्लुक हो किस लिए, जीना ही जब के हमको गवारा नहीं रहा, कूचे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं रहा, जब से ये तय हुआ। बहुत शुक्रिया, मेरा हमें टाइम पूरा हो गया।
बहुत ही खूबसूरत, कूचे में उसके जाना गवारा नहीं हुआ। एब्सोल्युटली ब्यूटीफुल, बहुत ही अच्छा गजल अंसारी। आप कोई एक छोटी सी चीज पढ़ना चाहें, कोई शॉर्ट किताब या कोई भी चीज?
वतन छोड़े जमाना हो गया है, ये दुख भी अब पुराना हो गया है,
ये दुख भी अब पुराना,
वतन छोड़े जमाना हो गया है, ये दुख भी अब पुराना हो गया है, यहाँ आए थे कुछ पैसे कमाने, यही अब आशियाना हो गया है,
यही
भुला दो सारे शिकवे हर शिकायत के मौसम आशिकाना हो गया है,
सही।
कोई नादान जब से दोस्त मेरे, मेरा दुश्मन भी दाना हो गया है, और ये मानो या ना मानो दिल तुम्हारा हमारा आस्ताना हो गया है, और ज़बा शीरीं लबो लहजा ये तीखा, आपकी नजर करती हूँ ये आखिरी शेर, ज़बा शीरीं लबो लहजा ये तीखा, सुने इसको जमाना हो गया है,
अरे वाह,
वतन छोड़े जमाना हो गया है, ये दुख
वाह,
भी अब पुराना हो गया है।
क्या
शुक्रिया,
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया गजल अंसारी, इट वाज रियली a pleasure to listen to you today. और शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत, थैंक यू वेरी मच। गजल अंसारी was with us। और अब लास्ट but definitely not least, लास्ट जो पोएम है, I'll take the privilege of reading a small and short poem of myself। और गजल, this is for you and for everybody। I have got Gait, I have Jasmine, I have Maryam, Reem here, and last Hamish, but a small and in a very short way, I have written something. So, कच्ची नींदों के खुमार में है, कच्ची नींदों के खुमार में है, या मरहलाए शौक के हिसार में है, जिंदगी मुख्तसर सारसा है, लम्हा लम्हा यहाँ शुमार में है, और कौन दीदारे यार करता है, कब ये अपने इख्तियार में है, और वक्ते मौजूद ने वो लज्जत दी, जिंदगी मौसमे बहार में है। So इसका छोटा सा I'll just translate it in English. Sometimes you just don't realize, are you happy, dizzy, or you are in a great pleasure or ecstasy. So sometimes these you can't differentiate. So in this poem, I just had that feeling that I don't know, I'm in a state of pleasure or I'm dizzy. There is something happening which is at the most of it, or having a, like very ecstasy in my feeling. और गजल में यूं होता है कि every single verse is different, can be different from the first one or the next one. So the other verse says that life is short and every second is included in lifespan. So every second or half a second is very important, because that is your life. So enjoy it fully. And who is lucky enough, everybody knows that who is lucky enough to see one's beloved. It's the destiny, it's not in one's hand. So having recited this short poem, I'll invite Harmesh, who is a part of MACFEST, and he's supposed to hosting few events of MACFEST in near future. So, and will recite something in Punjabi as well. And he will extend the vote of thanks as well. So all from me is finished, and I'll invite and say bye-bye to everyone here. It's the safe hand of Harmesh-ji. Harmesh-ji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. I got involved with MACFEST a couple of years ago, and I've enjoyed it so much that I want to carry it on. And yes, I twisted my arm to host something in Dubai on 16th of July. I'm going to recite 2 poems by a Punjabi poet whom I had the privilege of meeting myself. He was born in 1912 and died in 1989. And his name was Gurdas Ram Alam. I've heard of Alam, and you know, it can mean, Alam means Kayanat, isn't it, the world. This poet was a self-taught, he never went to school. He was a child laborer working on a pata, which is where the brick factory, people made bricks. And he was from an untouchable caste. I don't know whether any of you know about the caste system, but in Hindu religion, and to some extent, all the Asian societies have got tainted by it as well. The caste system goes on, the discrimination goes on in one way or another, even in this country, in the UK and other countries as well. So he's a progressive poet, and he writes about the caste system and how it actually is destroying the soul of people. So the first one is Ashut da Ilaj, the cure for untouchability. Na koi uuch hai te na koi neech ith hai. छूत छात सब तेरी कमजोरी दी है तू ही होर ना जिहा इंसान ही है मतलब प्रस्तियां बितकरे पाए हुए ने आलम मंदिर मसीतां दे बोर लाके तेरे जहे बुद्धू फसाए हुए ने. Those of you from the Pakistan, Bangladesh, you might understand this. In English, no one is high or low caste here. So trusting everybody, nobody is high or low caste here. Untouchability is all about your weakness of thinking. It's your thoughts. You are a human being like all others. Those with vested interests have created these divisions. Alam, by creating doors to the temples or mosques, people like you simpletons, have been mesmerized by these divisions. So this poet lived through the partition of India. He was a Hindu poet, and he was deeply affected by that. And I had the pleasure of meeting him and listening to him. He was born about 5 miles away from my own village in India, Punjab. So he talks often about the divisions in society. So another one is about Azadi, freedom. Now this is the time when India and Pakistan were created, and the poem was written in 1950. And he's asking his fellow beings, do you know what freedom is? From a worker's perspective. क्यों बेनिहालिया आजादी नहीं वेखी नहीं भाई भरावा ना खादी ना देखी मैं जगू तो सुनिया अंबाले खड़ी सी बड़ी पीड़ उसदे दुआले खड़ी सी आई नू तो भावें 30 साल बीता असी तो अज तक दर्शन नहीं कीता दिल्ली च आउंदी है सर्दी दी रुत्ते ते हाड़ां च रहिंदी पहाड़ां दे उत्ते गरीबां नाल लगदी लड़ी होई आ खबरे perhaps गरीबां नाल लगदी लड़ी होई है खबरे अमीरां दे हत्थीं चढ़ी होई आ खबरे अखबारां च पढ़िया जरवानी जही है कोई सोनी ता नहीं एमी कानी चाहिए मन्ने जे ओ कहना असी भी मंगाइए छन्ना ते टारियां च पूंजे सवाइए पर इन्ना पता नहीं की खांदी हुंदी है केड़ी चीज तो दिल चुरांदी हुंदी है शिमले ता उस अगे आंडे हुंदे ने बई साडी ता खुली च टांडे हुंदे ने he's asking his fellow who is working alongside him, have you seen freedom? And the other person says, Nahi prava, na khadi na dekhi. I haven't eaten it, I haven't seen it, I don't know what it looks like. And the other one said, Main jagu to sunya Ambale khadi thi. Ajadi was, freedom was in Ambala. Ambala is one of the cities near Delhi and in the middle of Punjab in India. मैं जग्गू तो सुनिया अंबाले खड़ी सी बड़ी भीड़ उससे दौले खड़ी सी there were lots of people around her but I haven't seen it this is what I've heard I knew तो पामे 3 साल बीता been 3 years since she's come but ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ we haven't seen her we don't know what she looks like it comes to Delhi in the winter but in the summer months it go to the Himalayas so he's having a dig at the rich for whom Ajadi means something freedom means something Gariban naal lagdi ladi hoyi ya khabre he says that it feels like she is had some grudges against the poor people and she is in the hands of the rich people all we hear about this is in the newspapers. Newspapers are full of it. And he says, I don't think she's very beautiful. She looks as if she's one-eyed or something wrong with her. I haven't seen her or she hasn't seen me. If she listens to us, we will talk to her about our demands. We will ask her to drink from a little pot made of channa, is brass, and I ask her to sleep on the floor like we sleep. We don't even know what she eats. We don't know what she shirks from. In Shimla, which is the hill station, she gets eggs. But for us, we only eat the dande, which is sweet corn. So that's really a little bit about the lives of the poor people post-partition. And for many people, that is still the case. And many people, freedom hasn't meant much. So that poet touched me, and I've been a student of literature all my life. I'm not a poet, but I appreciate poetry in all sorts. I remember talking to a friend of mine in Nairobi, with whom we shared Mushaira from Punjabi Virsa from Pakistan. So it's a lovely memories, and poetry unites us, and there's a heartfelt feelings. I really enjoyed that, and thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Harmesh. That was amazing. So it's my turn to thank all of you. I am really, really impressed and delighted in hosting all of you. So glad you all joined us, all our 6, 7 poets. And I'm so glad and warm-hearted to know that we have achieved our aim again, celebrating diversity as one person has put down, but also bringing all of you together under one roof in this webinar, speaking different languages from different countries, sitting in different towns. And I think it's a unique experience. I hope you all agree, because normally you recite your poetry within your own language, within your community. Here, We have brought communities from across. We had Gate joining us from Germany, Sister Ghazal from Dewsbury. We have Brother Harmesh from Birmingham and others from the Northwest. And we have viewers, listeners joining us from all the way from USA as well as across UK. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Obviously, if you understand the language, it means more to you, but still you can appreciate, as people have pointed, the different rhythm, the sounds, the way people perform. It's been absolutely amazing. And thank you also to Sister Rubina. You've been a terrific host as always. You've got another job next year. And, you know, it's lovely to have you again. And of course, my team, Katarzyna, for introducing it, for Tom for hosting in the background. So Tom has just put up the slide for our next digital event, Saturday, 3rd of June. Please join us all the way from Kuwait. The lady is going to be talking about Palestinian embroidery. And then I think Katarzyna has posted some events in the chat. The big event we are celebrating as part of Eid celebration is the Lowry, the musical event. If you're in the Northwest, please join us, book your ticket. We have a Pakistani group called Uruj Qawwali group, and we have a Moroccan group called Ganava. They will be performing. We also have an Eid celebration for women only in June later, so you can book those tickets. So you know where we are. Our brochures on our website. You are already our members, and I want to thank all the people in the chat who've joined us. They are family members, they are dear friends, they are team members, and of course they are our attendees, valued attendees who have been joining us for some time. So thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, Satri Sri Akal to Harmesh Bhai, and goodbye to everybody else. Okay, assalamu alaikum.